Welcome back, tuners. You know, they say that laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's why I basically have my PhD.
And late-night writer and comedian Jenny Hagel prescribes just that in her new live comedy show, Jenny Hagel Gives Advice. Let's take a look.
All right, here we go. Love advice. You guys, if he takes 5 days to respond to a text, is he still interested? No.
No response is the response.
Woo! No response is the response. Everybody say it with me. No response is the response.
That's good stuff.
Joining us right now to share more about her show is Jenny Hagel.
Hey, Jenny, welcome. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good. It's really a pleasure to be here. How are you guys doing?
Couldn't be better. Jenny, before your show, you set out buckets and the audience submits questions that you then answer on stage. Where exactly did this idea generate from?
It generated from a very annoying personality trait I have where I cannot stop myself from giving people advice, even if they have not asked me to do that. So I think a normal person would think I should get rid of that personality trait. And instead I thought, no, I should do it more in front of an audience.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it, you know? If you can't beat them, join them. That's what I say. And speaking of joining, now, each show that you have a special guest join you on stage to dish out some advice. Have you ever thought about having your good pal, Toonie T. Tuna, join you?
No, but I think that's a great idea. Are you available to do that?
Whenever you need me, I'll bring my tank and we'll throw it up on stage, put some water in it, and we'll be set.
I love it. I cannot wait.
That's very accommodating of you,
Very
Toonie.
much.
So, Jenny, what type of advice are people generally looking for?
I usually invite people to ask me questions about job advice, financial advice, and love advice. And I'm really actually impressed by how candid and vulnerable people are with the questions that they ask. It's all anonymous. They write their questions on note cards before the show, so I never know who's asking the questions. But I'm very charmed with how people ask very open and honest questions. They're not trying to be funny or jokey. They'll really ask for things that they need help with.
I need some help. And Jenny, you seem like an expert on this topic, so I'm going to ask for some advice on pain management, if that's okay.
Sure.
Sure. See, my back is killing me. How can I relieve the burden of literally carrying the show on my back?
Have you tried striking out on your own and hosting your own show, but not telling your co-host that you're going to do that?
I did. It lasted a couple seasons, but I'm happy to be here, that's for sure. But it is just so hard being funny and talented and just so much cooler than Bill.
I can only imagine. It's a burden that you carry very well.
Thank you.
Jenny, I have a question, too, about advice. How do you deal with a friend that's totally delusional, who just has their own universe and doesn't let anybody else into the orbit of that universe?
That's a great question you're asking, and I'm sure that problem is one you just made up that's not based in reality. I think if you have a friend who's delusional, the most you can do is let them have their delusion. It's obviously serving them in some way. Just let them have it. But you know what the reality is, right?
That sounds like great advice, doesn't it, Toonie?
It sure does. Whichever
Yeah.
friend you're talking about, I'm sure they'll love it.
Yeah. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's great. Tuners, hey, be sure to check out Jenny's social media for more information on all of her upcoming shows.